Snackle, a few-minute podcast from Self-Access Center and VR Lab, Campus YMX Ecatepec. Have you ever wondered how many times you open the fridge a day, hoping to find something tasty and quick to eat? Picture how your English will be if you ate it in bites. Keep it simple, keep it short, keep it. Snackable, a place where broken English is welcome. Hello, Community YMX Ecatepec. What's shaking? Hope you are doing great today. Thank you for joining us once more. Today in the show, we have a professor, which is part of our community. I am intrigued because despite the fact that we work for the same institution, we barely know. And anyways, I think that he is very professional, talented, clever, and bilingual, which I think is terrific because he can create this duality between teaching, for example, programming and also a language. So I think that is amazing. Anyways, today we have a professor and teacher, Jesus Barron Vidales. So welcome, Jesus. How are you?
Thank you very much. Okay, that was a really nice presentation. Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me. And I think this is a really good program.
Thank you so much. It is our pleasure to have you here. And of course, thank you for accepting this invitation. I know that it is not something that we are used to doing. We are just trying new things, new stuff. And well, let's. I think it is working great. But well, thank you for accepting this invitation. And well, I would like to start by asking you, when was the first time that you had contact with English, or how was it that you were interested in learning English?
Well, as much of us, I think most people, many of I don't know.
You don't even remember.
Yes, I think I always studied in public schools.
All right.
So I think I started really having a class of English in secondary school.
Yeah.
But it was not really interesting for me. It was just repeating things, repeating words, and all those things. So when I really get interested in learning and start speaking, maybe was in high school.
All right.
I was in a technical school, and I had a really good teacher. She was a teacher in YM.
All right.
In Cele. So she was really good, and she was the one that just inspired me to start learning more about the language.
Yeah, I think that I have faced that situation as well because I started in junior high, and I had this teacher which name was Teacher Rosemary. And it was the same. I mean, it was, as you were saying, repeated things and vocabulary. And it was like, all right, it is kind of great because you are starting. But I don't know. She used to tell me, Esme, you are good at English. I mean, I didn't know anything at all, but it was like, all right. And I think that most of the students face that, and they have to know a teacher who is passionate about teaching, that somehow they inspire you to learn or start doing something about the language. So that is amazing. So until when you started, you said that you were in high school,
yeah,
but also you were studying at Cele, or it was the same teacher?
No, really, I know her there in the high school, but I didn't start in Cele until I studied here, YM Ecatepec.
Yes,
and I started Cele since the very first level here.
All right,
So,
that is amazing.
Yes, it was really here, but in high school, as I told you, I start being interesting the language for me, and maybe I start to read lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
I started to watch TV programs in English with subtitles, and that was my first step, let's say, to start learning more than the things you learn in.
All right. Well, that is great. And you said that you studied here. You studied English, but also your degree.
Yes, I have my bachelor here in computer engineering.
Mm-hmm.
I studied here from 2000 to 2005.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I was studying English, and I had the amazing opportunity to study also French here.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Really, my first language class that I teach was in French, not in English. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that. As I was saying at the beginning, I mean, we work here, but I didn't know that. And I think that is amazing that you not only speak English, but also French. And also you teach, I mean, in this school. That's pretty great.
It was really just a short class for kids, one time, and a second time for older students. Really, that was my first contact with silent teachers. I studied French jointly with teacher Acosta.
Yep.
Norma Ordorica.
Yes.
And one semester with teacher Ricardo.
All right.
Ricardo Naranjo. So they were my partners. That was, I made a more close relation with them.
All right. Yeah. So I would like, I mean, I think it is interesting, but I would like to know first which subjects related to programming. I think that you teach programming and technology subjects, but which ones do you teach?
Okay, I usually teach something related to computer architectures, parallel programming, and nowadays we call data science. That is just how you analyze data.
All right. And also you teach English.
Yeah.
Right? So which levels have you taught?
Oh, well, I usually teach from 300 to 700.
All right.
Okay, we really don't choose what to teach. They assigned just a level each semester, and we just receive, this is your group, right?
All right, yes, I know. And, well, I think that the following question is a bit sensitive, and I don't want you to choose a side, you know.
Okay.
But what do you enjoy the most? Being yes, I know that is a hard question. A hard question, but what do you enjoy the most? Teaching a language, in this case, well, it could be French or English, I guess. Yeah. Or do you enjoy most teaching?
Wow. If I have to choose to quit one of them, I should say that languages. Okay, it's not that I enjoy most the engineering classes, but I really love, since I was studying in high school, as I told you, I was in a technical school. I get an informatics technician degree, and then I started computing here, and my master degree is in computing also. So it is the thing I love to program, to know how things work. I love to teach English also, but for me it's like a break.
Yeah, all right. Like a hobby maybe?
Yes, coming here to teach English on Saturdays for me is like just cleaning my mind from all the things I usually do during the week. And I feel really, really comfortable. I feel really free. And the thing I love from English classes is that I can start a relation with the students. You can speak about personal things that you cannot do in regular classes during the week.
Actually, that is my following question. I mean, I know that when you are an English language teacher, you have to apply some techniques that are different to, for example, teaching programming or this thing about computers and technology. So is it really complicated to separate those strategies, or what do you think? Please tell me your thoughts.
Yes, I think it's difficult because in engineering, we're really square people.
All right.
Things have a method, have techniques, and you have to apply them all the time. Yes, you need to follow the path all the time. You cannot be really free to change things.
And fun. Yes.
Yes. So and that's the problem. If you start to being a funny teacher, students don't take your class with the real importance. Yes. Yeah. So, but in English is the opposite. Yeah. If you are really square person, students doesn't they don't really enjoy the class. So my objective as an English teacher is that they love the language. They like to start learning by themselves.
Yes, I know. I mean, of course, I have been an English language teacher, and I have experience in that field. But I think it is interesting this duality between being a professor and being a teacher, right?
Yeah.
So it is different, and also it is challenging because, as you have said, you have to create different strategies from one thing, and in this case, in languages, it is completely different. So I think that is pretty great that you can manage to do this both, to create activities and inspire students not only in the tech area but also in the language one. So I think that is amazing, and that is not an easy task, I guess.
No.
All right. Finally, Jesus, would you like, or would you can say something to our students in order to inspire them to not give up learning English? Because I know it can be hard, because we are afraid of making mistakes, because we are ashamed of making mistakes or mispronounce a word. But is there something that, in your experience as a teacher and also as a learner, because we all have been learners, somehow we continue being learners,
Sure.
So is there something that you can say to inspire them to not give up and to continue learning English?
Okay, so I will say that as a teacher is really complicated to evaluate students. Usually in engineering classes, I am a really strict teacher.
Yeah.
but in English, I try not to, because it's a different kind of skill. And I always tell my students that it's not the same to fail in an English class or a language class, because you are developing skills that they will you can use that for everyday life. And if you repeat one level in a language class, it's not like repeating math, that you are going to be exactly the same things, the same topics.
Right.
Even if you don't fail, if you take the same class again, you can learn different things. And it's something that you need to practice: speaking, listening, writing. So the more you practice, the more you learn. If you are here for 10 years, even if only is in the same level, you are improving your English. And I think it's like Spanish. Every day, maybe we speak or we talk to another person, we read something, and we learn new words. So with the language, we are learning every day. So don't quit. Try to do it. Enjoy that, because communication is something that makes you feel close to another person. So it's important for your everyday life. So that's the thing I thought about languages. That's why I like them. So just keep going.
Yeah, exactly. I think you say something important. Try to make the language yours. I mean, do what you like, practice what you like. And as I was saying, we never stop learning. I mean, for example, us, we have a level, all right? But as you have said, every day you have to read something, to listen something. And it's like, I didn't know that expression. So use it, make it yours. And you never stop learning. So that is great. So it is also for our students. They have to develop skills and continue learning. That's the thing about life, I guess.
Yes.
All right. So thank you so much for being here. I hope that you have enjoyed this talk, this chat, and you are welcome whenever you want. So thank you so much.
Sure. It was amazing. Thank you very much.
All right. Bye-bye. Thank you. Okay, community YMX Ecatepec. See you next episode. Bye-bye.